This episode puts me in the top 10% of shows or podcasts ever created. Hello, friends. I'm Cal Barnes. This is Unlimited Creation, and today, the bar has never been lower. The bar has never been lower. The bar has never been lower. According to Google and ChatGPT, this episode puts me in the top 10% of shows or podcasts ever created, and I'm not even a podcaster. I'm an actor, filmmaker, and writer who's doing this on the side for fun to spread awareness about my upcoming project, educate audiences, and connect with audiences and have a place where I can connect with people year-round. It's crazy that I'm already in the top 10% by volume in just a couple of weeks. And I'm not even a podcaster. The bar has never been lower. The bar has never been lower. It just was completely mind-blowing to me when I read that I only had to make 20 episodes by volume to be in the top 10% in an entire industry. That is wild. And this applies everywhere. The bar has never been lower. The bar has never been lower. You can be in the top 10% of almost any field if you just do it for a few weeks straight, because nobody can concentrate anymore. Nobody can just put one foot in front of the other. Now, granted, you're probably not going to be getting paid in anything if you're in the top 10%, maybe not even the top 1%, because really in any creative industry, the only people that are really making a living or getting rich or making a lot of money for that matter are the top 0.01%. 97% of SAG, 97% of SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, the top union for actors, the union for professional actors, makes less than $26,000 a year, according to a survey done just a year or two ago. That is insane. And these are a lot of great actors that aren't making a living. That just means that the only people making a living are 3%, and probably the only people making a lot of money are the 0.01%, which would be the actors and filmmakers and producers and writers that you know of, which honestly probably isn't that many, right? Think about it. How many actors or filmmakers, for the most part, can you even think of? Probably less than 100. On the top of your head for most people that aren't in the industry. It's probably less than 100. That just means that there's a lot of people in the world that want to do it. There's millions of people in the world that want to do it. And not even the top 1% are making a lot of money. Only the top 0.01%. So if you want to do something, if you just begin to do it and stick with it for more than a week or more than 20 episodes, if you want to be a podcaster, I'm not trying to be a professional podcaster. I'm really enjoying this, but I'm an actor and filmmaker. I'm just doing this on the side for fun. And as I said, to raise awareness about my projects and get the word out about stuff I'm doing and connect with an audience. But if you want to be a podcaster, all you have to do is create 20 episodes and put your foot one in front of the other 20 times, and you're already in the top 10%. That means you're already well on your way. Now, there's a ton of work. It's pretty easy to get the top 10% of anything because most people can't do anything 2 days in a row. So it's really simple to get in the top 10%. But going from the top 10% to the top 5% is probably going to be 10 times harder than it was to bridge that first 90%. And then going from the top 5% to the top 1% could take years. It could take years. It could take decades. And then getting to that top 0.01%, that is baller status. And the only way you get there is by never giving up, and sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. Sometimes people get there really fast. Sometimes people land in Hollywood and boom, they're on a huge show and they're in a huge movie and they're skyrocketed to the top of Mount Everest. But it doesn't always go well for them. It doesn't always go well for them if they haven't made the climb. They can't acclimate. It's too much at once. Some people handle it. Some people handle it, but a lot of people don't, and it's not normal. But for the most part, the people that make it to that 0.01% have all the prerequisites, meaning they have the talent, they have the look, they have whatever it is that is elementary to the craft, and then they just outwork everyone, or they just stay in the game long enough, or they just get creative. My case, it's just getting creative. It's just getting creative. It's just flowing with it, right? Like I said, I'm a millennial. I saw the old system crumble before my very eyes and a new system take place, and I'm caught right in the middle. I'm just flowing with it. I'm taking the best of both worlds. That's just my life. If I was born 10 years ago, I wouldn't probably be doing this at all. I wouldn't have to. Honestly, like I said it before, my same career just a decade earlier, I'd probably already own a house in the hills. That's just the way the money used to work in the 90s and 2000s. You would make so much money for even the smallest things. Now there's people making less guest starring and starring in shows than people were co-starring in shows just 20 years ago. That's just the way it is. It's where we're at now. But that said, it's never been more competitive, and there's never been less of a middle class. That gap just keeps growing. People are stacking up at the bottom, and fewer and fewer people are at the top that are getting bigger and bigger portions. It's the Matthew principle. To he who has, more will be given. To he who doesn't have, even what little he has will be taken. If you just get to the top 10% of anything, meaning you just stick with it long enough just to get past all the dabblers, you're already on the side that more will be given. You've already shown the universe that you're not someone who's just dabbling, that's going to fall off when things get tough, that you're going to stick with it. I'm already in the top 10% of podcasting and show creators in just a couple of weeks. You think this is going to get better for me? Absolutely. I'm already getting way better at it just by practicing and doing it. I'm learning about how to position episodes. I'm learning about how metrics work. I'm learning about how the back end of all of this stuff that used to baffle me works just by doing it. I just started doing it and I'm already in the 10%. The bar has never been lower, friends. Whatever you want to do, just start doing it. And if you just stick with it consistently, you might not be able to have the time to just crank out episodes every day, but if you just stick with something for a few months, just get past all the people that dream about it and think about it and talk about it, and you just start doing it, you'll be in the top 10% of people doing it in not that long. Then the real work begins. Thank you for tuning in to Unlimited Creation. I'm Kyle Barnes. Remember to subscribe on YouTube and Spotify for more weekly content. And until then, take actions and you'll see yourself in that top 10% in no time. And then if you keep going, one day you'll be in that top 1%. And then if you never quit and you get creative and you put your mind to it, you might just find yourself in that top 0.01%.